Scrappy friends, and a big welcome to my channel again today. I did warn you that my channel was going to be busted with content over the next little while. I am playing catch up. This is kind of not playing catch up and kind of is. I am so excited. Charm from Charms Creations invited me to be guest designer for this month. And so that is what I'm sharing here. This is actually my second layout for Charm. My first one, I haven't yet shared the process video for. My apologies, but it is coming. It's all, yeah. So anyway, I'm voiceovering this one right now, and then I'm going to upload it straight away to go live, because this week, the charm of focus is what? Citrus. We're going with the citrus charms. So I went through my stash, which is quite considerable. Charms, stop making such beautiful things. No. Do keep making such beautiful things. I love them. And I kind of had an idea of what citrus colored things I had. And I pulled out a bunch of like yellow with, it's an orange yellow, a yellow orange. A yellow orange is more what it is. And settled on the star that you saw in just a minute ago. So I struggled for a little while with where I was going to take this page and how I was going to work with it, but I got there in the end. I have pulled out, so I've got a kit. You can't see it, it's just on the left hand side of my screen there. But I've been working from the same kit for the last, I don't even know how long, 3 months or something. And when I remember it's there, I use it. When I'm like, what can I use? And I get really stumped, I jump into it and grab some stuff out of it. I'm slowly going through it, but that's what I did with this one. I found this wood plank pattern paper. It's uniquely creative paper, and I decided to go with that for my background. And I chose the yellow star because I felt like it went reasonably well with these photos, which I thought went reasonably well with the idea of the colors of citrus. So lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruit, all of those kinds of things. That's kind of where I went with it. And I thought, oh, I can make those colors work with this. And I narrowed down from there which charms I could use. So you can see I'm creating my background here. Pretty quick and simple. Some Distress Oxide. I've used Wild Honey and Spice Marmalade, I think it is. Watered those down and just added a bit of a colour wash to my background, and then I've added splatters. I did also add a couple of stripes of, what is that colour called? Twisted Citron, which in the end you can't really even see, but that's okay. So I'm just adding my splatters here. I love this fan brush, it's so cool. I have gutted this rainbow paper because I couldn't not gut the rainbow paper. I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. Anyway, so I've got that there. I'm going to stick my background together eventually. So I used my ATG and then some Scotch Tacky. And I wasn't sure which way I wanted this. But you can see I'm kind of rolling that so it sticks on, because my page is a little bit warped. But there's no gesso or anything on the background of this. I feel like it worked really well. And that's pretty much how it's going to go. And then I jumped back into my stash, my kit. I was like, what can I add behind this that's not yellow or orange? So I found this pattern paper which has got the blues and greens on it. I was like, yep, that will be perfect. It's kind of more on the green side than the blue side, so I'll go with that. Going to center that up on there. I was thinking that I was going to run my title along the top, but I couldn't work out what my title was going to be. Once I came up with the rainbow border and my title, everything kind of fell into place fairly easily after that for me. So, I originally started with the idea of me being proud of him So this is a photo from, I think, last year, and he had got the Super Kid, that soft toy thing, and the book where all the kids write something nice about my child, and he gets to keep it, which I thought was really sweet. And I was going to write something about, like, titled "I'm so proud of you" or something, and then I went, well, this was less about me being proud of him and more about him being proud of himself. He'd wanted to get this thing for a little while, and knew that he had to make some good choices and show up and try hard. And, you know, when he earned it, he was so proud of himself. He'd achieved this little goal that he'd set for himself. And so that was where I ended up going with the title. And it's "You Are So Proud of You," which I think too often we let other people's feelings about us dictate things about us. And I really want to encourage my children to believe in themselves and be confident in themselves. And, you know, when you know that when you've worked hard for something and you've earned it, you know, embrace that, and, you know, be proud of yourself for doing that, because it's, you know, it's not always easy. So I did want to really encourage the idea of him being proud of himself rather than me being proud of him. You can see I've used those yellow alphas from Pink Fresh Studio, which I love. Again, I'm just jumping straight back into the kit that I've got. Except for the yellow alphas, everything I think that I add is from this kit. That sun is from that Freckle Fawn chipboard. It says "Shine On." Then these butterflies, there's an orange one and a pinky grapefruity kind of. It almost matches exactly that stuffed toy in his hands colour. And I did have a moment where I went, do I really want to add these? It's going to kill me. And then I went, you know what, it's my page. And then pink, "Make It Happen." And then the other little chipboard says "You Did It." So these are Vicki Bruton chipboard pieces. That one says "Today." It's got gold. And then I was like, oh, I love this rainbow scallop. I'm like, no, I don't like that. Awkward. So then I'm like, I know what I can do. I can layer that underneath. So that works. Happy with how that's looking. Really like the way this is coming together. So I'm going to, I think, start sticking it all together. Yeah, so I put those on the corner to keep it flat. I'm like, where do I start? I'm not even sure. So I'm like, okay, I'll start at the top and work my way down. Grab my T-square ruler. I'm like, it's in the way. I wanted to make sure that this was in the center. So I'm just lining that up. Happy with that. Then I'm going to stick my photo to pattern paper. Yes. And I don't know if I pop this up or not. I can't remember. Yes, I do. I'll pop it up. Just getting some foam. Pop it up. I had to make sure that I pop that foam on the right edge because of the chipboard that I'm going to put behind it. I just figured the easiest way, because that chipboard is not sticking anymore, would be to stick the chipboard to the back of the photo and then stick that whole piece down like as one piece. That orange sticker came from the Heidi Swap sticker sheet that I'm trying to get through. Again, that's not very sticky at all. Just adding glue to this, and then I'm going to use my Scotch tacky as well because I've got that mixed media in the background. I want to make sure it sticks. And grab my T-square ruler. I'm like, oh, that's not far enough down. Oh, that's not far enough down. Oh, get there in the end. And so I've stuck everything down. I'm just adding this final little piece here. Yeah, everything else is stuck down at this point. I try a couple more things. I'm like, oh, that's orange. Let's see if I can get it on the page. I'm like, nope. I do try a couple of other things, and I end up settling on some mustardy, yellowy, fluoro-y, yellowy little like stitches. Try the triangles. I'm like, nope, don't like those. I put one little orange heart up the top here, which is cute. And then these little stitches. I think there's 5 on the sheet and I use all of them. 2 here. And then 2 up to the top left of the photos. In that kind of empty space. 1 and 2. And then 1 right down the bottom on that white chipboard piece. These are from Jelly Bean Soup, I think. So yes, this week, I'm not sure what day the weeks roll over for charms, but this week is Citrus Week. Again, I'll make sure I link everything in the description box below, including the shop and the Facebook group, all the things. I found these puffy stickers and I added 2 of those, and I think that wraps up my page. Yeah, it does. So you are so proud of you. I love how this turned out. I'll link everything in the description box below. I hope you've enjoyed. As always, thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate that you choose to spend your scrappy time with me. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video.